It's hard to say if Grand Cayman is more famous for its pristine beaches or for its reputation as an offshore banking haven. Whether you're there to relax in the sand or manage your vast fortune, there are lots of great things to do in Grand Cayman. In this video, we're going to look at some of our top recommended sites and activities on the island. Dive the wreck of the Kittiwake. There are lots of scuba diving destinations around the world, but Grand Cayman is one of the best. And it has a lot of history with the sport. The first dive shop on Grand Cayman opened in 1957, a few years after Jacques Cousteau invented his self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. The combination of being close to the US and the clear, calm waters filled with marine life made Grand Cayman a popular diving spot. There's a great selection of dive sites to choose from, but if you can only dive one, make it the wreck of the Kittiwake. The former submarine rescue ship USS Kittiwake was sunk off the west coast of Grand Cayman in 2011, forming an artificial reef that's teeming with marine life. Descend into the Crystal Caves. The Crystal Caves are one of the oldest natural spots on Grand Cayman, but also one of the newest attractions. These caves in Old Man Bay formed over 1,000 years ago and are home to amazing limestone rock formations. A small number of the more than 100 caverns are set up for visitors. You can book a guided walking tour and get wowed by icicle-like stalactites and bright crystals that look like they're dripping from the cave's ceilings. Hike the Majestic Trail. The Majestic Trail is a bit of an offbeat spot that winds its way through a protected mangrove forest on Grand Cayman's east side. You'll get a taste of the island in its most natural state. The high humidity and deluge of bugs make the 4.6-mile trail a little less touristy than many other things on the island. If you don't mind putting on some insect repellent and putting on comfortable walking shoes, you'll be treated to a wide array of local flora and fauna. If you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of an elusive blue iguana crashing through the undergrowth. Keep in mind though, they're an endangered species, so don't do anything more than look. Stroll around Georgetown. If you're looking for an outdoor activity that's a little less dramatic, visit Georgetown, the territory's capital. You can spend several hours exploring the tiny city. Georgetown is the perfect place to get pictures for your Instagram feed or just memories of your trip. Wood buildings the color of jewels line the waterfront. They're home to shops ranging from duty-free stores selling diamonds and perfume to cool little eateries serving up vegan brownies, lattes, and Buddha bowls. If you want to learn more about the local history, be sure to pop into the Cayman National Museum on Georgetown's waterfront. Visit the oldest building on Grand Cayman. Another spot to take in some of the history of Grand Cayman is Pedro St. James, the oldest stone building there. The building is nicknamed Pedro's Castle thanks to its 18-inch thick walls and imposing design. The 18th century plantation is located beyond Spots Bay. At one time, it served as the residence of the island's first governors, but these days it's a great heritage museum. You can tour all 3 stories, taking in the rich mahogany interiors and sweeping views of the Caribbean Sea from multiple patios. You'll also find a complete traditional outdoor kitchen. Pedro St. James hosts many events, both regular activities like weekly stargazing nights and one-time events like the annual Cocoa Fest every February. 7 Mile Beach. 7 Mile Beach on Grand Cayman is considered one of the Caribbean's best beaches. The beach, which is actually only about 5.5 miles long, is home to many of Grand Cayman's best resorts and an array of casual beach bars and restaurants. You'll also find a playground for the kids, public restrooms, and showers along the beach. If you're thinking of snorkeling for the first time, 7 Mile Beach is the perfect place to do it. The clear waters give you a perfect view of the colorful fish and coral. You can also go stand-up paddleboarding, build sandcastles, or just walk the length of the beach. 7 Mile is a popular spot though, so be prepared for crowds. Camana Bay. If you're into more modern activities, check out Camana Bay. This dining, retail, and entertainment complex is a popular hangout with the locals and is easily accessible by footbridge from 7 Mile Beach. Cool off with tasty ice cream from Gelato & Company at the waterfront, or head up the steps of the Camana Bay Observation Tower. The wide stairway is lined with an amazing undersea mosaic, and when you take in the view from the top of the tower, you'll realize just how flat the island is. Kayak in Bioluminescent Bay. There are great nighttime activities on the island as well. One of the more interesting is a kayak trip to Bioluminescent Bay. The small, secluded bay is close to Rum Point, but is only accessible by water because of the houses that line its shore. Join a boat trip after dark to experience thousands of tiny bioluminescent plankton surrounding you. While you could swim in the water, there are reports of jellyfish at certain times of the year, so joining a kayak tour is a better option. You'll still be close to the water surface without taking any chances with jellyfish. Keep in mind the amount of luminescence varies at different times of the month. We recommend going during a new moon for the best effect. Swim with the rays. Another popular thing to do in Grand Cayman is Stingray City. It's a sandbank in the island's North Sound that's a gathering point for dozens of stingrays. Legend has it the rays started congregating there decades ago when local fishermen would gut their fish at this spot. If you visit as a part of a tour, you'll find guides can recognize many of the stingrays individually. The sandbank is less than 3 feet deep, making it easy to hop into the water and get close to the majestic, friendly creatures. If you're feeling especially brave, you can even stroke their leathery skin or cradle one gently beneath the surface of the water. Take a road trip. If you're staying along 7 Mile Beach, you won't need a car, but renting one lets you take a road trip to East End. The sleepy, non-touristy side of the island offers various quirky sights. The Blowholes, a group of craggy limestone rocks on the way to East End, are a great spot for photos. There's also Barefoot Beach, which is as relaxing as it sounds, and the Cayman Parrot Sanctuary. You can sample some tasty Australian Caribbean fusion dishes like lionfish tacos or lobster spring rolls at Tuca, where you can spot the ragged masts of the wreck of the Tensail not far offshore. Sample some amazing foods. Grand Cayman offers lots of great choices for foodies. The island is home to 2 major food festivals and more than 200 restaurants, ranging from casual snacks to Michelin-star dining. If you want to experience local cuisine like spicy jerk chicken or conch fritters, check out Chicken Chicken and Rockham's in Georgetown. Take an art tour. Grand Cayman has a thriving art scene. The National Gallery of the Cayman Islands is an inspirational starting point for an art tour. Located between 7 Mile Beach and Camana Bay, the complex is home to a range of mixed media pieces and fine art. The top floor features permanent exhibitions from local artists, while the first floor hosts rotating exhibits. Davanoff's Concrete Sculpture Garden features life-size sculptures of land and sea animals. You'll also find giant sculptures of blue iguanas all over the island. They're part of the Blue Dragon Trail, a National Trust art project with sculptures from many local artists. Why are the Cayman Islands known for offshore banking? While stashing a fortune in an offshore banking haven isn't for everyone, it is one of the things to do on Grand Cayman for some people. The Cayman Islands don't have a corporate tax, so many companies create subsidiaries there to shield their incomes from tax. There's also no direct taxes for residents of the islands. There's no income tax, no property taxes, no capital gains, no payroll taxes, and no withholding tax. The territory generates all of its revenue from other sources like tourism and import duties. When you visit Grand Cayman, you might enjoy it so much you'll be tempted to move there permanently so you can enjoy paying no taxes. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorites on Grand Cayman? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.